Mrs. Crane, Ethan, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Have you been, Charlie?
Fine, thanks. Good to have you back.
Thank you. It's great to be back.
I'm so glad that you took the job, Ethan. I know that everyone's really excited that you're back.
Well, I am glad. But what is going on here?
Well, I thought it would be nice for the employees to have a little celebration, and then they can go home early to their own New Year's Eve parties.
Well, the employees must be shocked. I mean, Alistair and Julie never did anything like this.
Well, I thought it would be good for morale.
I'm sure you're right. I mean, they'll probably work much harder for you if they know that they're appreciated.
Well, I just treat them the way I'd like to be treated.
You're amazing. And you are a natural for this job.
Angels in heaven, please forgive me for having such an evil child. What are you doing with that gun, Beth?
I won't sit back while Sheridan tries to steal Luis away from me again. I have been patient, understanding. I even believed Luis when he said that he'd be faithful to me, and it has gotten me nowhere. I don't care. If I have to kill Luis and Sheridan both, they will not be together. No, Luis will marry me, or he won't marry anyone, ever.
Evil. Oh, she is so evil. Please, sweet angels and saints in heaven, please forgive me for giving birth to such a hateful child. For having such a daughter who would even commit such a horrible sin to kill Sharon, Louise, in cold blood. Oh, no, please. Oh, please, no, 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 no. Hear me, angels. Hear me, angels. Beth. Oh, my God, you did. Oh, you killed Sheridan and Louise? You murdered them?
So, what's on the agenda today?
Well, since Fox is my new assistant, I had him put a list of projects together for us to review.
Fox.
Yes, your brother. There are some corporate acquisitions that I'd like to get your opinion on.
If you're expecting my half-brother to handle this, I'm afraid you're going to be waiting a long time, Teresa.
Really? And why would you say that?
Fox has never worked a day in his life, and I'm sure he doesn't think this job has anything to do with work. He probably wants an office and an expense account. You need to be careful, Teresa.
I will. It doesn't seem that bad.
Good morning, Teresa. Ethan?
Good morning, Fox.
I compiled the list of acquisitions you were interested in, and I took the liberty of going online to get complete corporate histories. I also got bios on all the CEOs and CFOs involved.
This is wonderful.
Ethan, there's a copy of everything on your desk, and I also reserved the conference room for the two of you to have your meeting later this morning.
Well, tell me I'm wrong. Tell me you didn't kill Louise and Sheridan.
Shut up, Mom.
Oh, my God, you did, didn't you? Oh, no. That means you're going to go to prison, and I'm going to be left here all alone.
I did go to Luis's house, and I was going to kill him and Sheridan.
But you didn't?
I heard them planning to elope.
Elope? Oh, thank heaven. Thank heaven.
Do you want to hear what happened or not?
Yes, yes, I'm sorry. Please, go on. Keep telling me.
So Sheridan was trying to get Louise to go to this judge's office, some friend of the Cranes, I don't know, so that they could get married tonight. But Louise wasn't ready to agree. He didn't see how, he could hurt me again.
Oh, see, he's such a decent man. Too decent for you.
I told you to shut up.
All right, I'm sorry.
So Sheridan told Louise just not to give her an answer. She was just gonna go to the judge's office and wait, and if Louise showed up, then she'd know that he still loved her and he still wanted to marry her.
So, did he show up?
Louise was afraid Sheridan might change her mind, so he gave her the same option. He said that if she showed up at the judge's office, then he'd know that she still wanted to marry him, and she wouldn't change her mind.
Oh, for God's sake, would you just tell me what happened?
Well, I knew that if I didn't do something, there was a really good chance that they were going to get married.
So you murdered them?
I found another way to stop them. To make sure that I would keep Louise for myself.
Louise? Louise? What's going on? Louise? Wake up. What's the matter with you, man? Come on, buddy, wake up. Hank? What happened? Where am I? In your bedroom. I came here to help you get ready for your wedding. My what? Your wedding? What's the matter with you, man? You tie one on last night or what?
Last night.
Oh, my God.
Hank, what time is it?
It's after 10. New Year's Eve, your wedding day. Come on.
No. This can't be. This happened. This isn't possible.
I don't know what you're talking about. I came here to help you get ready, and you're out like a light.
Hank, I was gonna meet Sheridan last night. Hank, we were gonna elope.
What the hell are you talking about? Elope with Sheridan? What about your wedding with Beth?
It's a long story, all right? I gotta find Sheridan. How did this happen? How did I fall asleep like that? Hank, I gotta get to the judge's office, right? I gotta find Sheridan. I can't let her think that I didn't want to marry her.
What's going on?
Hank, let's get the hell out of here before it's too late.
Sheridan? It's when you wake up.
Louise, I knew you'd come.
No, it's Gwen.
Gwen.
What time is it? Don't tell me it's morning. Yeah, it's morning. God, Louise, you didn't come. I guess not. I must have been waiting so long I fell asleep. How did you know I was here? Well, I got your message that you were hoping to elope with Luis last night, and when you didn't call to tell me he showed up, I got worried. So I just traced you back to the first place you called. You didn't come. You decided you didn't want to marry me. Are you sure? I mean, Sheridan, maybe he had an accident, maybe something prevented him from getting here? No, he could have come if he wanted to. Oh, Gwen, I'm so embarrassed. I thought Luis loved me the way that I love him. I thought he wanted to marry me, be with me. Luis does love you, but he must love Beth more. He wants to marry Beth, not me. Otherwise, he would have been here last night and we would be married. Gwen, I've lost him. My God, I've lost him forever.
Boss, I'm impressed. I mean, you did everything that I asked for and more. You know, you showed a great deal of initiative.
Just doing my job.
Well, Like I said, I'm very impressed.
Thank you. Ethan, I hope you found the file helpful.
It's quite thorough. I was just wondering who you paid to put it together.
You never change, Ethan.
Neither do you, Fox. That's what scares me.
Now, big brother. You're letting your paranoia show.
Teresa, I hope I'm not interrupting, but am I?
No, come
Okay.
in.
Hey, baby. Hello. This is my new assistant, Ethan's half-brother, Fox Crane, Whitney Russell. Oh, hello.
Hello. It's a pleasure to meet you, Whitney.
Thanks. So, Teresa, do you have time for some coffee, or? I've always got time for you.
Well, Bethany, now don't keep me in suspense now. I mean, how did you stop Sheridan and Louise from getting married if you didn't kill them?
I realized that I could get what I wanted without killing them. While Luis was getting dressed to go meet Sheridan, I saw him having a drink. Luis had no idea I was outside the window watching him. So, when he left the room for a moment, I ran inside. Put those tranquilizers that you gave me into his drink. Luis came back inside with a clean shirt, and I watched him drink his drink. He started to get woozy, and then, finally, he passed out on his bed. He was out cold. There was no way he was gonna go meet Sheridan at that judge's office.
So, Sheridan thinks that he didn't want to show up.
Well, I'm sure she thinks that he decided he couldn't go through with dumping me again and marrying her.
How can you be so evil, Beth, to destroy people's lives like this, huh?
What about my life, Mother? Huh? Am I supposed to just stand by while Sheridan swoops in and steals Luis away from me just hours before I'm supposed to get married, huh?
Bethany, your wedding's a farce. You have tricked Luis over and over and over again to try and get him to the altar.
No! I was protecting what was mine. And Sheridan didn't get to take Luis away from me again because I stopped her. So now Sheridan thinks that Luis chose me, not her. She thinks that it's over between her and Luis. So, Mother, Luis is all mine. Today, I am gonna marry Luis. Not Sheridan. Because I am gonna be Mrs. Luis Lopez Fitzgerald.
I can't believe it. I was so sure that he loved me. I am sure that he does. You have to go talk to Luis and find out what happened.
No. I left it up to him. I told him that if he wanted to marry me, then to show up. Well, he didn't show up, so that's his answer.
Miss Crane, you're back so soon?
Actually, I never left. Things didn't go the way I planned.
I'm sorry to hear that. You were so excited and happy last night.
Yeah. You know, we should go, okay? All right. You know what, Gwen? No one can ever find out about this. When if word got back to Antonio that I was here last night to marry Luis, it would absolutely destroy him. I'm sure you're right. Yeah. Excuse me. Can you please help me? If anyone should ask, I was never here. You can't tell anyone.
But the marriage license is right here.
Please. No one can ever know.
All right. If that's what you want.
It is. Thank you.
Did you see Judge Watts dancing on the table?
With that napkin on his head. Priceless. I still can't believe Luis didn't come. I was so sure that he would show up when we get married. I can't believe it.
Come on. What's taking this damn thing so long?
Luis, that's not going to get us there any faster.
Look, I've got to get to Sheridan, Hank. I can't let her think that I didn't show up because I didn't want to marry her.
You really think she'll still be in the judge's office?
Pray to God she is. All right, come on. Come on, open up. Please, Sheridan, please be there. Please don't let me be too late.
NBC.
Oh, I see you're dressed for tennis. Are you any good?
Oh, Fox. Whitney, she is like a major player. On her way to the U.S. Open, Wimbledon, the Grand Slam.
Well, really? Well, then I'm even more impressed with your beautiful friend here.
So your name is Fox, huh?
Well, actually, it's Nicholas Foxworth Crane, but I like to be called Fox.
Suits you.
Thanks. Listen, I play a little tennis, too. Maybe we could hit the courts at the club some afternoon together.
I'm not so sure.
Why not? Teresa, does Whitney have a boyfriend?
No? Maybe she just doesn't want to play with a novice like you.
Ouch. Ouch. I'll tell you what. I'll practice really hard, okay? And then maybe you'll give me a shot.
Sure. Maybe.
Okay.
Okay.
Teresa, I'm going to take care of those phone calls for you. Again, Whitney, it was a pleasure to meet you.
Thanks.
Don't worry, Ethan. I'm not going to hurt anybody.
Why didn't you want me to tell Fox about Chad? I mean, you guys are still together, aren't you?
Oh, yeah. I just don't want anybody to know. I mean, I can't take a risk of getting back to Chad or Simone. That's all.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, why don't you play tennis sometime with Fox? I mean, he's like a really nice guy.
Teresa, don't be fooled by his oily charm, okay? He's on his best behavior now. Don't fall for it.
Oh.
Okay, Fox, he's trouble. He always has been.
Don't worry. Don't worry, Ethan. I'll be careful. You know, I think he's really very sweet. I can handle him.
Well, I hope you can. Anyway, I'm gonna go, look over these figures before our meeting, so I'll see you then.
All right.
So, what was that all about?
It's about me getting Ethan back.
Where'd you get that dress?
Well, I had to buy it off the rack after you destroyed the gorgeous fabric that I bought.
Just saving you the trouble. Sewing a dress for a wedding that is not going to happen.
It's going to happen, Mother. It's happening tonight.
Tonight. You are going to burn in hell. Luis doesn't want to marry you. He wants Sheridan. You had to drug him, Missy, to keep him from marrying Sheridan last night. Shut up. You just don't want to hear the truth, do you? The only way that you can get a man is to drug him, deceive him, lie to him. That's why you are going to go straight to hell.
Maybe I will someday, Mother. But at least while I'm alive, while I'm in the here and now, I'll be happy.
Because I'm going to be with the man that I love. Tonight, Luis is going to marry me. And nothing and no one is going to stop it. Certainly not that bitch Sheridan Crane.
People, I've got to get out of here. Okay, let's go.
Luis, judge's office. It's over here.
All night.
Sheridan! Sheridan? She's not here, Hank.
I guess she left.
Yes, she left because she thought that I wasn't coming.
Well, Luis, call her. Find out.
I can't stand it if Sheridan thinks that I didn't want to marry her.
Luis, buddy, call her. You have her cell phone number?
Yeah, of course.
Then use it. No, it's not too late for you two to be together.
I just don't understand, Gwen. Luis made love to me just last night. He told me that he wanted to be with me, marry me. Why didn't he show up? I don't know. We were so connected. Our love was so strong, and I was so sure that Luis felt the same way that I did. I just don't understand this.
But Sheridan, that's why you have to call him and ask him. Where's your cell phone?
No, I can't call him. All right, Luis has made his choice. He didn't show up. We both agreed that if one of us didn't show, that it meant we made the decision not to get married.
But you don't know for sure. That's why he didn't show up.
Yes, I do. All right, I was in the judge's office all night long, and Luis did not show up. He made his choice, and I'm just going to have to learn to live with it.
May I help you, gentlemen?
Yes. I'm looking for Sheridan Crane. She been here?
Sheridan Crane? No.
What about last night? She was here then last night, right?
Can you please help me? If anyone should ask, I was never here. You can't tell anyone.
But the marriage license is right here.
Please. No one can ever know.
All right, if that's what you want.
It is.
No, I'm sorry.
Are you sure? Okay, you know, maybe she came after you left last night then.
No, I was the last one to leave. There was no one here.
Are you sure? Look, this is really important.
I'm so sorry, but I'm sure. Sheridan Crane was not here.
She didn't come, Hank.
I'm sorry, Luis.
You know, maybe she came after you left last night. Because the judge was going to be here and well, we were going to get married.
I'm sorry, I don't think so. Excuse me, I have to give these to the judge.
She didn't come, Hank. I didn't miss her. She just never showed. Yeah, she must have Yeah, she changed her mind again.
Do you think that she couldn't stand the idea of hurting Antonio?
That's why she changed her mind before. I guess she's gonna marry my brother after all, instead of me.
Wait, what do you mean getting Ethan back? He's married. Teresa, you gotta let it go.
Whitney, have you ever known me to let anything go once I set my mind on having it?
No, but Ethan's not an it. He's the man that you loved and lost. And he's married to Gwen, who's expecting their first child.
I know, but that doesn't have to be forever. I'm gonna get Ethan back, and Fox is gonna help me.
Fox? What are you talking about?
Well, didn't you see it? I mean, how jealous Ethan gets whenever Fox is around. He's, like, worried that I'm gonna be taken in by him and then hurt by him.
Well, maybe you should be worried too, Teresa. I mean, he seems pretty slick to me.
Whitney, Fox is just a guy, okay? And like I told Ethan, I can handle him.
I don't know about that.
Well, I do. And every time Ethan sees me with Fox, he gets really upset. Which tells me Ethan still loves me.
You really think so?
I know so. And I'm going to use Fox to help Ethan realize how strongly his feelings are for me. And once he realizes it, he won't be able to be with Gwen. He'll know that he only wants to be with me.
Teresa, I don't think you should do this. I mean, it's wrong. Ethan and Gwen were married in a church. It's a sacrament.
Well, it's not my fault that Ethan lied to Father Lonigan when he told him that he loved Gwen more than me. You watch with me. Ethan still loves me, and I am going to get him back.
Fox, I want to talk to you.
Okay. Go ahead.
I don't know what kind of game you're playing, but I'm warning you, I'm watching. And one more thing, I want you to leave Teresa alone. And Whitney. They are two nice young women, and they're not used to dealing with guys like you.
What are you, their bodyguard?
That's right. And I'm not going to stand by and watch you take advantage of Teresa or hurt her in any way.
What do you think? It's pretty, isn't it? Do I look sweet and virginal? Hmm? The perfect bride for Luis?
Well, maybe sweet. Boy, just wait till that poor guy finally sees you for who you are.
Luis loves me, Mother. And I'm gonna make him happy. A whole lot happier than that selfish wench Sheridan ever could. I'm just not gonna let her steal Luis away from me this time.
What happens, though, if Sheridan and Luis find out about their mistake?
Well, they won't. Sheridan thinks that Luis didn't show up last night because he didn't want to marry her.
What if they talk about it, huh? What if they meet this morning and they have a conversation and realize what their mistake is, huh?
No. No, they can't.
What's to stop them? Nothing. And then when Sheridan does talk to Luis, she's gonna find out that he really did want to be there last night, that he wanted to marry her, and it is gonna be all over for you, Missy. Oh, yes. Sheridan and Luis are finally gonna be happy after all. And you will be left in that church all alone, looking sweet and virginal for nobody. Nobody.
This is all my fault, Gwen. I let it go on too long. I kept telling Luis that I loved him and I only wanted to marry him, but I just couldn't tell Antonio the truth.
You were in an impossible situation, Sheridan. If you had told Antonio the truth and he died, you and Luis would have felt so horrible.
It is an impossible situation, but I should have been stronger. I should have listened to Luis from the very beginning when he wanted to tell Antonio the truth. Luis and I would be together now.
Yeah, but Antonio could have died.
Well, I'm sorry, but
Antonio's dying anyway. I mean, we all want him to live as long as possible, but eventually he's going to die. Couldn't Luis wait for you? I mean, why does he have to marry Beth? He said he couldn't put his life on hold, and he couldn't marry his brother. Luis chose to marry Beth. He doesn't want me anymore. It's just too late.
Luis, why don't you call her? Don't leave something like this to chance. She's got to have an explanation. Call her and find out why she didn't come.
Hank, I know why she didn't come. But Sheridan made her choice.
But you got here so late. She could have been here waiting for you. God.
The secretary said that she wasn't here.
Maybe she was mistaken. Maybe Sheridan was here and left before the...
Hank, she was never here, okay? I've just got to face it. Sheridan didn't come, and I've lost her. She's going to marry my brother tonight, and I'm going to marry Beth.
Don't love with me. I mean, I can tell by how protective he gets when Fox is around.
Maybe it's because he knows his brother. Maybe he knows that Fox is a womanizer or a user or something.
Whatever, Whitney. I'm going to use that to get Ethan back.
You know, I really can't believe that you are actually starting out the new year without learning anything from all of your past mistakes.
I am starting out the new year more determined to get Ethan back than ever.
You're setting yourself up to get hurt again. So, what's this Fox guy's story anyway?
Apparently, he's like the bad boy in the family.
In that family. Now, don't you think that's saying something, Teresa?
Oh, please. He's like harmless. But as long as Ethan thinks he's a danger to me, we'll see, that's better for me.
Maybe you should listen to Ethan, Teresa. I mean, they have the same mother. Ethan's known him his whole life. I'm sure he knows Fox well enough to have good reason to be worried about you. You're setting yourself up to get hurt really badly, Teresa.
I'm not worried.
How interesting, Ethan, that you've taken it upon yourself to become Teresa's protector.
I know you, Fox. And I don't want to see you treating Teresa the way that you've treated all the other women in your life.
I'm working for her. That's all. But you know, you'd better not let your new wife see this side of you. I mean, she may begin to realize that your feelings for Teresa are much more than just friendship.
Not at all. I just don't want to see her hurt. Or Whitney, for that matter.
Well, it's too late to throw Whitney in the mix. You can lie to yourself, Ethan. I'm not buying it. You're still in love with Teresa.
No, Fox, I'm not.
Like I said, Ethan, you can lie to yourself if you like. But I know I'm right. However, the last time I checked, you married someone else, which makes Teresa fair game. And being that I'm the only true Crane here, it's my birthright to go after whatever I want.
Are you saying that you want Teresa?
Maybe I want Teresa and maybe I don't. I haven't decided yet.
You're wrong, Mother. There won't be time for Luis and Sheridan to talk because she's getting ready for her wedding with Antonio. And she's going through with it because she thinks Luis chose me.
What if Luis finds out what you've done, huh? Do you think he's gonna just stand quietly by while Sheridan marries his brother?
Luis won't find out. And don't you even think of telling him or Sheridan. Or you'll be sorry. Because you know what I am capable of, too.
Yes. Yes, I do. I know how evil you really are.
And you know that I will do whatever it takes, don't you, Mother? No matter what I have to do, I will marry Luis. Antonio will marry Sheridan. And there is not a damn thing in this world that is gonna change it.
Well, we will see about that now, won't we, Betty?
Let me do it.
My makeup's running.
It's okay, I'll fix it.
How am I gonna stand at the altar and watch Luis marry Beth? How am I gonna do this?
Sweetie, I don't know. I wish you would call Luis and find out exactly what happened.
No, I can't. He's made his choice, and I don't want to make him feel uncomfortable. But how am I gonna do this?
Sheridan, you will get through this. I mean, you're one of the strongest women I know. You've been through so much already. You can definitely get through this.
I just wish I knew what happened. I was so sure that Luis was gonna show up. I was so sure that he was gonna marry me.
I know that you don't want to question Luis and make him feel uncomfortable, but I
don't want to humiliate myself any more than I already have.
Sheridan, I still think you two should talk to each other, please, before you take this major step.
Gwen, it's too late. Oh, my mother's rosary. I wanted to carry it with me today.
Well, where is it?
Oh, Father Lonigan's office. I'll go get it.
Well, I can get it for you.
No, thank you, though. I want to go take a walk and clear my head. Stop thinking about Luis.
Still can't believe that Sheridan never showed up. We're so good together. I was almost positive that she was going to be there, Hank.
Well, what do you think could have happened?
I don't know. Maybe she decided that she couldn't go through with hurting Antonio. What else could it be?
Liz, there's just a few things I think you should know about Betty before you make her your bride.
I am frightened for your soul.
You can either be my mother, or you can be my worst enemy. I was eating for two now.